What's up, buttercups? Friday freestyle coming at ya. So in case you can't tell, well, let me just draw attention to it. It's like kind of nighttime outside right now, or it's getting to be nighttime. It's really dark. But I have my lights set up, thank goodness. So it's late. I never film when it's this late because there's always kind of a certain point in the day where I like tell myself like I'm too tired to film really, or like I should have gotten it done early in the day. I'll just put it off till tomorrow. And then suddenly it like hit me like a lightning bolt, that's the word, that like, oh my gosh, I know what I have to talk about. And what I really want to talk about and impart to you all today is the idea of keeping your word to yourself, and what a fucking superpower that is in a crazy, unpredictable world, or if you're in a time of confusion or not feeling great about yourself, what it can do for you to just make it a habit of keeping your word to yourself and doing what you actually say you're gonna do. So I was gonna film this video all day, and then things got away from me. I got busy, I got distracted, I wasn't sure what I wanted to say, yada yada yada, mind games talking me out of it. But I have cultivated a very strong habit of keeping my word to myself because one reason, and one reason only: you feel like a fucking boss when you keep your word to yourself. Like, when you say that you're gonna do something and no one else is making you do it, and you decide that it's something that you're doing just for you because it's something you wanna do and you actually do it, ain't nothing sweeter. Speaking from experience, and speaking as someone who used to procrastinate like you wouldn't believe, like, 20-page paper overnight procrastination. Well, that's a little bit different than what I'm talking about, because I'm talking about keeping your word to yourself versus doing what other people tell you to do. But actually it feeds into what I'm talking about, because so many of us really feel like we lack motivation, or like we can't hold ourselves accountable, or we're unreliable. We have all these like stories and narratives about how like we're just not good at that, and like we need someone else to tell us what to do. We can't do things for ourselves. So many of us walk around with that. And it's not surprising to me, because from a very young age, we are essentially taught and told, and it plays out in our lives over and over again, that we just need to do what other people tell us to do. Like in school, we just have to go to school because it's what we have to do, and we have to do the work that we have to do in school because it's what's given to us, and we have to eat what's on the table because this is what was made for you, and you have to do this because this is what we decided that you're gonna do. Like when you're a kid, you don't get to do what you want to do because you have all these people telling you have to do other shit. And then by the time you're an adult and you kind of are told like, oh no, now you get to do whatever you want to do, sort of supposedly, all of us are sitting there and we're like, well, what the fuck do I want to do? Because I've never actually been able to do this or think about it or let myself actually consider my options, because I was always told I had to do what other people told me to do. It's confusing. It's really, really hard. No wonder we struggle with this. Years and years of not being self-directed, self-motivated, just kind of like jumping through hoops and, fulfilling these requirements of us. No wonder we like feel like we have a shitty relationship with doing what we want to do and what we tell ourselves we'll do. But you can master this if you make your only goal how fucking good you feel when you fulfill something that you said you wanted to do just for you. Gonna let that settle in for a second. There's nothing like it. It's like a mini crack high in life. Like a really safe crack high. Don't do crack. I don't know anything about getting a high off of crack, but I do know that it supposedly feels good, or I don't know why people would do it. And this is a free, positive life version of that. If you get into the habit of setting something up for you to do that's self-governed, self-motivated, just you being inspired by yourself, and you actually do it, you're gonna feel great, no matter what it is. I'm so annoyed and agitated because my camera just died and I was like crescendoing to a big point that I wanted to make, and now I had to just like start filming. But you know what? I said I was gonna fucking film this video today, so I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna feel great about myself after the fact, because that's the way I live my life. I do things that make me feel good about myself. I don't do things that make me feel bad about myself. Like if we just made that like the measure of our success, do I do things that make me feel good about myself, or do I do things that make me feel bad about myself? Our lives would look completely different. Because the problem tends to be that we get really caught up in like the larger implications of setting a goal and wanting to fulfill it. If you just paid attention to like the incremental emotional badassery that you experience when you do what you say you're gonna do, you would feel much more motivated all the time. It can be that simple. You can just be like, I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna get to feel like I get to give myself a little awesome pat on the back afterwards. And I love feeling that way. Most people love being proud of themselves. We love setting intentions for ourselves and fulfilling them. We love keeping agreements. Like those are human things that everybody finds just yummy, delicious, good. Love that feeling. Learn to love the feeling of you being the boss of yourself. I love being the boss of me. And here's the thing, there will be days where you do not. That's like an important caveat. So recognize that if you were attempting to set this as an intention, or you want to practice this, or you want to get better, there will be days where you said that you would do something and you don't. And that doesn't mean you beat yourself up. That just means that you notice, oh, I tend to feel better on days where I tell myself that I'll do something and then actually do it. That's all you need to do. I think that's probably the button that I'm gonna put on the end of this video, and just say, if there is something that you in your heart of hearts are telling yourself you wanna do, you wanna try, you wanna just dip your toe in the water of, just get started. Keep your word to yourself. You will feel so much better, I promise you. And if you don't, well, we can talk about that too. But that's my video this Friday. Thank you so much. If you want to be on the list to receive my weekly email series, which comes out every Wednesday, you can head to amyyoungcoaching.com. The link is in the description box. I would love to come straight to your inbox next Wednesday, but hopefully I'll be seeing you before that on Mantra Monday, which is just, what is that, 72 hours or so from now? That'll be great. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. Thank you for tuning in with me. I hope you found this inspiring, motivating, anything. And yeah, get out there and do what you told yourself that you would do, because you deserve it. You deserve that little boost, that little self-esteem shot in the ass. It'll make you feel great. It sounds painful. It's a terrible way to end this video, but what are you gonna do? Not perfect. You're awesome. I love you. Until next time, I'll see ya.